Hello, my little aNAILYsts. How are you guys doing today? So this video is actually really special to me, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I have just started doing my own gel nails, and honestly, sometimes I don't want to paint them, but I don't like the look of someone looking at your nails and being able to tell that they're fake nails. So I have come up with a way to basically create my own natural looking gel nails. Now, the way that you can do this is you kind of do something like a French nail. And normally you would take like a stark white and put it at your free edge as your free edge color, and then a clear or some type of color cover pink over your nail plate. Now, what I wanted to do was, instead of doing a stark white tip, I wanted to try to find a natural free edge color, which is like this color. Some people's are more yellow. I know my nails are really bad, guys. I was moving and I broke them all, and I'm sorry, they look terrible, but they're gonna look much better when we're all done, okay? So some people's natural free edge of their nail is more yellow, some people's are more white, but no one has a stark white, French white free edge of their nail. It's just not possible. So what I did was I went online searching for a natural gel color, and I found a couple, but they were so expensive. I mean, I'm talking $30. So I figured out how to make my own, and I'm gonna share that with you guys today. And then I'm also going to do a second part to this, which is going to be showing you guys how to actually apply it and get the most natural looking gel nails for beginners, because I am a beginner, so these are not going to be perfect, and I doubt anyone at home that's a beginner is going to be able to make them perfect either. So I just want to show you guys that if I can do it, you can do it too, okay? Now, basically the main thing that you're going to need is some type of natural powders, all right? This is going to be different for everyone because no one's free edge is the same color. So, you know, if yours are a little bit more yellow, you know, there's different options that you can go with. Now for me, this is not a white powder, this is actually a translucent powder. So it's going to give that white color, but it's going to still be kind of see-through, like the natural free edge of your nail, right? So that's what this is. This is just a translucent finishing powder. Mine is from NYX. You don't need to have the best quality. Okay, now they also have this in a more yellow, which is banana powder, but this is a little too yellow for my free edge. So what I found, they look very similar on camera, but this one's a little bit more of a cooler toned yellow, whereas this one's like more of a yellow, more of a warmer toned yellow. So I found this, which is a nude matte shadow from NYX, and this is in the color Kiss the Day. Okay, number 18. This is a yellow tone color, but it's much more natural and much more close to the natural color of the free edge of my nail, okay? So you're gonna need your powders, and like I said, this is going to be different based on the color of your free edge of your nail. So what you need to do is go and match them up. You can't do this based on what I'm using because it could be completely different. So you need to go into the store and hold the colors up to your nails and see if it matches, okay? So we got the powders out of the way. Now you need the gel that you're gonna use. I like IBD's hard gel. You can use a soak off gel if you want. With this gel, you do have to file it off. It will not soak off, but this is just the one that I prefer. I love this gel. You're gonna need some type of little container to mix your gel in. I got probably 20 of these off of Amazon for like $8.99. They're perfect. I love them. So this is what I'm gonna use to mix mine in. Now, as far as tools go, you need some type of a spatula. I use this to transfer my gel from this container to this container. You're also gonna need a smaller spatula like this because you're gonna have to scrape the powder. So you're actually gonna sit here and scrape the powder off. And I'll show you what you do with that in a second. All right, so we have the smaller spatula. And then this one is just like a little spoon for after I'm done with the powder, where I can just scoop it up and put it into the gel, okay? Now also I have this. Now this is a, what is it, mortar and pestle? I don't know how to pronounce it. But this is basically going to grind up the powder into a very fine milled powder, which will mix with my gel much better. You can always take just a little bowl, put your powder in, and use like the top of a nail polish bottle. You don't have to have one of these. I just prefer to use this, but you can, there's many things you can use, a lighter. There's many things that you can use just to crush up your powder into a more finely milled powder, which will mix into your gel much better. You don't want to just scrape the powder directly into the gel because it's going to be too chunky and it's going to leave clumps. And you'll be able to see the pigment in the clear gel. So you want to be able to finely grind up the powder, okay? And then also what I have here is I created, you can see the color right there, I created my own shade of white gel. It's not stark white, it's more of an off-white color, but it's a very opaque white. And what I use this for is because this powder is translucent. It's a translucent powder, so it's going to be very transparent. So instead of just grinding up more stark white powder, I just have this as a base and I can mix it in as I need it. It's much easier for me to do it that way because I can do little by little and not put too much white because I don't want the natural powder to be too opaque, okay? So it's just much easier for me to take a white gel and mix it in than to have to measure out powder, and it's just easier to do it this way. You can always just add a little bit of white powder into yours if you don't have a white gel, okay? And the last thing that you're gonna need is just some alcohol to clean your tools off and stuff after you're done mixing. Alcohol for me is the best way to clean gel off of things. It's really sticky and thick. Alcohol has always worked the best for me, so I just have a big bottle of alcohol and a little spray bottle. And then you're gonna need some lint-free wipes. As you can see, guys, I cut these up myself. If you want me to do a little video on what type of wipes these are, it cost me about $3 and I probably get almost 1,000 wipes out of the package. I can do a little video on these. They're really thick, they're really nice and stupid cheap. So let me know if you guys want to see the wipes that I use and how I get over 1,000 lint-free wipes for $3. Let me know and I'll do that for you. So we're gonna start off with our translucent powder. I have my mortar down here, my translucent powder right here, and I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna take my smaller spatula, and I'm actually just gonna start scraping this like this. And you can see that I'm getting a powder. Okay, you don't need much. This is really gonna depend on how much you're making. Okay, so there's my translucent powder. And then with the more yellow powder, you're only gonna do a little bit of this, okay? If you do too much, it's gonna get ruined and you're never gonna get the right color. So you only want a little bit of this, guys. Nowhere near as much white. This is just to balance it out and make it look a little more natural. Okay. So that looks good. And just keep in mind, you always want to put less than more because you can always add more and you can't take it away. So we'll start off with this and then I'll see if I need more after. If I need to add more yellow, add more translucent powder, we'll see. So I'm going to take my pesto, and what you do is you just grind the colors together like this. And not only is this going to mix the colors together, but this also grinds your powder up really nice and fine. Now you can see this is not a white, it's very natural color, it's very natural looking, okay? So you're just going to continue to do this for a couple of seconds. Okay, I think that looks good for me. And I actually feel like I did the perfect amounts on mine, but like it's really hard with this video because you can't copy me exactly because your nail bed is not the same color as mine. So you just have to keep in mind that you need to, you know, kind of, you really have to just test it out as you go. And you really just put a little bit of one color, a little bit of the next, and just test them out and add more if you need to. You can't, you'd much rather have to add more than have to start all over, right? So what I'm doing now is just trying to get, it gets stuck to the sides because my mortar and pestle has grooves. So I'm just kind of scraping this down. See how it's all stuck to the sides? So I'm just taking the spatula and kind of scraping it off. Okay, so I have my powder. Now, I have my powder. I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna start transferring our gel over, okay? So you're gonna take your container. Now this part's also up to you because you can put as little or as much as you want in here. But I am just going to start transferring my gel, the amount that I want, into this little container. Okay, so I have my gel. I'm just gonna spray some alcohol on one of my pads and clean off my spatula. Alright, and I'll put that away. And I have my clear gel here. Okay, put pretty much filled up the whole container. And now you're gonna go back to your powder, and you can get some type of spoon or whatever you want, and you're just gonna add a little. I'm gonna add some. Alright. You're gonna take your spatula and you're gonna stir this up. I'm just gonna add more as you go. You don't want to do too much. Now you can see that this is very translucent. Not sure how well you can see it on camera, but it is translucent. It's not opaque. I don't want this too opaque, but I do want it to have a natural look to it, okay? So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of my powder. I'm actually gonna add the rest of my powder. So I'm gonna put the rest of my powder in there. And that is when I'm gonna take my white gel. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. I don't want a lot. that's a good amount for me for now. If I need to add more, I will. And I'm gonna mix it. The more you grind up your powder, the easier this part will be. If you have a, you know, really finely milled powder, it's just gonna mix right in here. And then you test it out. You just basically like lift it up, test your opaqueness. This is perfect for me, guys. This is perfect. This is the perfect color. It's my natural nail color, and I'm very excited to do my nails for you guys and show you how natural this looks. I can't wait. That's my natural nail bed color, or my natural free edge color, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to matching them up. That's the closest I've ever gotten. So yeah, guys, I like to do this just so that like I know what's in here, because I have a lot of these containers. I made a lot of my own gels, so you can see the difference in these two. This is much more white and this is much more yellow. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I actually create the extension using this gel on my free edge and a clear on my nail plate to make, this is just a clear extension, this is not it, okay? I have to do this to create the nail because my nails are so short right now. Terrible. I like to have something, a nice foundation to start with. But if you want to see just how I create natural looking gel nails at home, then go ahead and check. It will be the next video I have posted up. Okay, I love you guys, and I hope you watch the next video. Bye.
You got all a bench warmers. I play full game. Got that stench on me. Don't play no games. Don't pretend on me. You gon' stop with me.